everybody, this is Sarah Harnish. I'm a Young Living Diamond, and I'm the author of Unstuck, How to Talk to Humans and Get Them to Respond to You. And you've made it all the way to day 18 of boot camp, which is unbelievable. The fact that you guys are still going strong and still watching and still hanging out with me is a miracle in and of itself. We got a pretty incredible night tonight of training because we're going to go through all things essential rewards. And from what I've read of the business material out there, I haven't seen anything that has over 30 type pages of ER in it. So it's a pretty comprehensive night. A lot of things we're going to be covering. And so I'm going to jump right in because I don't want to waste any of your time. I want to make sure that we get to all the content tonight and all the things that I want to be able to talk about with you, because this truly is a huge Achilles heel in Young Living, is the ability to be able to lead people to the lifestyle so they understand why oiling is so important. You know, it's not just one of those things that, oh yeah, everything gives me cancer, so I'm not even going to worry about doing anything at all. Well, no, here's the thing, like you might actually live to be the same age but have terrible quality of life because you've done so much damage on the journey. So the goal is to improve your journey, not to make you perfect, right? Not to make you perfect. So our oil of the night tonight, motivation. There it is. The powerful scent of motivation, Young Living says, may promote feelings of action and accomplishment when diffused. And I want you to feel motivated to pour into the people that you've added to your team. So it's not just about getting them on your team. You guys know this. The secret to your rank up is in them capturing the lifestyle. If they don't capture the lifestyle, there's no rank up for you. You could sign 1,000 people to your team. You're just going to stay at the exact same rank because after a year, they're just going to drop off your team. They'll stay zero the whole time and they'll just drop off and they'll go inactive 12 months in. So you got to find that niche, that soft spot of training the lifestyle into them, that they understand from the very beginning that Young Living is not about a box of oils. It's about quality of life. All right. It's about kicking chemicals to the curb that are poisonous to our systems, whether it's in your personal care products, your makeup, supplementation, any of those things, cleaning supplies. It's just a totally different way of looking at how you clean your home, how you care for your family. And so getting them to grasp that lifestyle can be very tricky. How do you articulate that without the only thing coming between you and the person in front of you is being price? All right, it's kind of scary sitting down and trying to articulate them. So motivation is a really good oil for that because it's going to help you overcome procrastination. It's a good oil for fear. We tend to procrastinate when we have to talk to people about things that scare us a little bit, and talking to them about spending on Young Living every single month can be kind of overwhelming, right? So this oil specifically, whether it's an emotional memory, negative experience, or we're just avoiding the issue, motivation essential oil will help you with procrastination. Now, why do we procrastinate? Could be from our family, from our upbringing, could be learned patterns of procrastination, things we've picked up, could be avoidance. We're just like, I don't really want to talk to them about essential rewards, so I'm just not going to go there, right? Emotionally, this oil is really good for apathy, so understanding where people are coming from. If you're avoiding something, it's a good avoidance oil, so why would I pair that with the ER chapter, right? Boredom, despair, dependency, if you're not standing on your own 2 feet and doing things you should be doing on your own instead of relying on other people to do things for you. Disappointment, energy, fear, needing motivation, just needing to get moving, obsessiveness, positive feelings, having an open mind, mental fatigue, procrastination, self-control, self-expression, transition in life. We've done a couple of transition oils because I want to transition you into the mindset of a diamond. You need to drop that mindset that you're never going to get this, that you're never going to get there, that you're never going to be that you're never going to succeed at this, that you're going to fail at whatever you touch. You got to get that out of your head. All right. And the only way that you do that is by putting one foot forward and doing the things that scare the tar out of you. And then you do them again, and you do them again, and you do them again. And all of a sudden you find out, wow, that actually wasn't as scary as I thought it was. And suddenly I'm able to do these things that I wasn't able to do before. So motivation is really good for that. Zest for life. Deanna says, yeah, I love motivation. I started 2 weeks ago. It makes me do things. That's good, because I want you to do follow-up. That's what we're going to train. We're doing all the hard things in the business in this boot camp. The reason your business isn't moving forward because you don't propel sell it. Right? You're sitting in a boat out in the middle of a lake with no motor on the back of your boat, no sails on your boat, no oars in your boat, no motor in the back of your boat. Unstuck Bootcamp is sails, it's a motor, and it's oars. That's what Unstuck is, because I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to be doing to get your business off the ground. You got to spend 80% of your time prospecting. You got to be teaching classes that are going to lead to wholesale accounts. You need to be teaching 4 to 6 classes a month, period. You need to be talking to every single person that joins your team and run them through an aromatherapy funnel so they know what products are out there. I just had a lady on my team ask me, she's like, I'm not feeling really good. I'm kind of under the weather and I don't know what to do. And I'm like, shoo, I literally post about sinus bombs like every 3 days on my business page and my team page. But this is a woman that slipped through the cracks and just hasn't heard it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to teach you guys Fearless. I mean, I wrote Fearless. When's the last time I taught it to my team? So this next week, I'm doing a 5-day Fearless training with my team because I'm like, let's go back to the basics. Let's talk about what you actually do when you open up that box, what you do. You know, the very, very first thing that I want you to do when the box is open, what you do the first week of having your kit, the first month of having your kit, what are those actions that you go through? Guys, nobody's pouring into your team. You got to pour into your team. So you got to take the initiative to be able to do those things. That's how you're going to grow your OGV. People have to know they need the oils. They have to know why they need the oils. So I told the woman, I said, listen, I want you to break into the vitality oils, 10 drops thieves, 8 drops of oregano, 2 drops frankincense, drop it in one of those veggie caps, Young Living Cells, take it every hour. Then when you feel better, take it for another day. I go, those things blow my mind. You want a wow moment with oils? Go do that. Like that's a really good way to get a wow moment with essential oils. You're going to catch your attention, and then they're going to want to learn more about the oils because they're like, wow, this isn't just like some pretty lemon oil I put in the diffuser because I shouldn't be using pine salt. Like there's actually more. There's more to this. So, okay. So we're talking about oars and motors and all sorts of things that propel your boat forward. 3 things propel your boat forward: teaching classes, training your team, getting them aromatherapy trained, and I utilize Fearless for that, and also my diamond deck for a funnel of action steps and exactly what to do with my brand new person. Do it with your people going inactive. Do it with every single person on your legs that are not at the volume you need them to be for you to be able to rank up. I mean, shoot, just by tapping into friends and your pre-existing legs, you might already have enough for your next rank up. There's a treasure in your team, but only if you put the time in to be able to pursue the aromatherapy training and help them find their why for oiling. And then the third thing is training your leaders. You got to train your leaders, guys. You can't just sit back and expect your leaders just to figure it out. And for your leaders to have the same fire that you have to pursue all the way to Royal Crown Diamond, I didn't see it till I was almost platinum. And I'm sitting here almost Crown Diamond, and I didn't even see it till I was almost a platinum. So, sometimes your leaders, they need a little vision. And the way you get vision is you do game plan with them. You do Ignite Bootcamp with them. You do Unstuck Bootcamp with them. If your OGV is just like, if this is one of the worst months you've had for OGV in a while, then train your leaders. Get your leaders fired up. So you guys are asking me all these really, really good questions. So let me just read the last sentence I was going to read about motivation oil, and then I'll answer some of those questions. So this oil helps us release emotions of stuck, procrastination, fear of moving forward. It's going to help those who are afraid to move and therefore procrastinate in getting things done or taking the necessary actions they need to move forward with their life. So yeah, you guys are asking about Canada and shipping. I'm so sorry for my Canadian friends. We want to give you cheap shipping, but the site glitches when you put more than one thing in your cart. So if you are not happy with the shipping price, just email me, oilabilitywithsarah@gmail.com, and I will work your order by hand and keep it off of the website, because once we get into international shipping, WordPress does weird things. So just shoot me a message, okay? All right, so a couple of questions you've asked. Unstuck, when is that going to be live? So right now we have it up on Amazon. I don't know if you guys have checked out Amazon anytime lately, but this is Unstuck on Amazon. We got 119 5-star reviews. I would love another 1,200 5-star reviews. So if you guys would so generously go to Amazon and leave me a review, that would mean the world to me. That's how you say thank you for boot camp. But this up on Amazon. This is if you just want one book or one workbook. So they're right there. Ignite is right next to it if you just want one of those. We are uploading Fearless today. So if you see Fearless and it looks like that, don't get it because that is not the new one. But when the new one goes up, it's going to look like this with that purple bar across the top. Fearless is on my website, the new one. So if you go to oilabilityteam.com and you click on that, you will be able to have access to the brand new Fearless. It's just updated with all the new content, and we tweaked it a little bit to make it match Unstuck. So there's training on Core 5 in there, and we're updating the calendar and all sorts of stuff. If you go to shop, and you go to all products, you'll be able to find a lot of the things that we've been talking about in boot camp. So the minis up there, game plan of the workbooks up there. That's a whole tour of a Young Living business. It is the most successful Young Living business book of all time. We've sold almost 2 million of those books. So Fearless, which I've been talking about a lot, is one of the most powerful aromatherapy books ever written for Young Living business. So 4 million of those sold. So it's a very, very effective book. Ignite is a book that I use when I've got a brand new builder. It's small, it's not overwhelming, and it just kind of goes through, hey, this is game plan in a little bite-sized chunks. Let's get you to star and senior star, and then we'll do some more intense training with you. Other things that we've talked about, Fearless, right, is right there. Purple bag making kits, it's all right there on my website. The Diamond Rising deck, bam, right there on my website. For the very first time, we are now offering Fearless in bundles of 50. So many of you guys have asked me, hey, can I get this in a smaller bundle? Yes, you can as of tonight. So you'll be able to step on. Would you sign it for me? Well, I can't sign stuff that ships from my website because I'm nowhere near it. I live in South Carolina and our publishing house is in San Antonio. So when you order off the website, I never see the books. I don't touch them. But I will be at convention. And so if you come up to aroma sharing, I'll sign your stuff at convention aroma sharing for you. But there's not a way of signing it from my website because they'd have to ship it to me. I have to sign it and then ship it to you again. All right? Okay, so my email address, if you have any issues, if you're internationally shipping, it's oilability with Sarah, S-A-R-A-H, at gmail.com. Sherry, there's not a sale right now, but I'm working on one. So emailing your team for 50 Fearless in the Diamond deck, that's awesome. We love our international people. Please know if you're from Malaysia, Indonesia, Mexico, France, Denmark, anywhere in Europe, Australia, Canada, we absolutely love you guys. So thank you for ordering. I'm really sorry for the problems you've had on the website. It's a WordPress issue, and we're doing the best we can with the site. But if you ever have any questions or you're frustrated, just write me, and we have an amazing team behind the scenes that will take really, really good care of you, okay? Connie says, I've got 3 101 classes for February. Yeah, ones that are library and it's open to the public. I'm really stepping out of my comfort zone, like really far. Connie, build the relationships. Otherwise, those classes will end up being no-shows, okay? So build the relationships. That's what's going to get people in the door so that you have people to talk to. That's the entire purpose of Unstuck, is to build that audience for you so you don't have no-show classes, okay? I think I told you about all the really cool things. Oh, the last thing is Unstuck. We're working with WordPress right now, but Unstuck hopefully will be up tonight. So if you want to order Unstuck books and you want to be able to run Unstuck Bootcamp with your team starting in February or mid-February or whatever, we should have those books up. I am discounting them almost 50% for people that are buying in bulk. So if you want to buy one book, then you'll go to Amazon and you'll get it there because it's cheaper to get it rather than ordering, large orders. But if you want to run it with 10 members of your team or 5 members of your team or 3 members of your team, it's going to be cheaper to order it. Like I said, it's like 48% off. The book's $22 and we got it discounted to $12 if you buy in sets. So that's going to be on my website. Should be on this evening. Our web team's been working on it the entire afternoon. So I keep refreshing to see if it's up there yet and if you guys can get it. We don't sell single copies on my website. So that would be, you'd have to head over to Amazon. I told you about Fearless and in bundles of 50. Oh, and Audible gets uploaded today to Amazon. So now we get to start the Audible countdown. If this book scares the tar out of you because it's almost 500 pages and you're like, I don't think I can read all that much, Sarah, you had a lot to say. I did have a lot to say because I want to end no-show classes for you. So I compiled a lot of research for this book. If you just can't wrap your mind around reading that much, Audible will read it to you. So it's a wonderful way to train your brain. And even if you guys have already read the book, I still highly recommend the Audible. Number one, because it's me whispering in your ear and kind of training you and saying, remember this from boot camp? Like, whoosh. But number two, also, it literally lights up a totally different part of your brain. So if you're reading it and highlighting it and taking notes, you're going to learn something completely different by listening to it versus just reading it. Okay. Audible is very, very close. Typically they take 2 weeks once we hit send. John was up to chapter 15 this afternoon. Actually, when I checked in with him a few minutes ago, he's up past chapter 32 out of 46 chapters, and we're just uploading them one at a time. So once we have the whole book uploaded, usually 2 weeks, but then Ignite went up in like 4 days. So I don't know. We'll see. All right, we'll see. It's so jam-packed. I know. So we've got Unstuck and the workbook going to be up on my website tonight. New Fearless is already live on my website. It's in progress with Amazon. We've submitted it and we're waiting for them. Audible starts tonight. We're uploading that, and then we start the Audible countdown. Whew. Now let's go into boot camp. All right. Unstuck. And you guys want to get traction out of this boot camp? The best way to get traction out of this boot camp is to train your team. Train your leaders. What I would do is the day this boot camp ends, you go back into the last 6 months of your organization, look for anybody who has sold a starter kit. Make a list of every single one of their names, 6 months, 12 months back, contact them and do this thing side by side with them and be their accountability partner to get them through and say, listen, if you don't have time to sit there in the evening and listen to an hour-long video, then hit play on it while you're driving and dropping your kids off at school and listen to half of it when you take them out to school and half of it while you take it back. Hit play while you're doing dishes, hit play while you're cleaning. Whenever you find those little moments, that's when I want you to start training your brain, because you train your brain, you rank up, right? You rank up. Oh, what does my shirt say? It says, blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord. That's what my shirt says. Okay, so those are all the things that I want to tell you. Now we're going to jump into Essential Rewards. And this chapter took forever to write, forever. And I would get it done and I'm like, oh, I forgot about this. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, I forgot about this. So I don't have any leaders yet. Then you go teach 101 classes, Holly. Get out there and teach them until you got leaders crawling out of the woodwork at you. So teach 4 to 6 classes a month. You teach 4 to 6 classes a month, Holly, in the next month, you're going to have a leader. Faux show. All right, 4 to 6 classes a month. You teach one class, it's going to take you a while. All right, it's going to take you a while. So chapter 40, Essential Rewards 101. This is ER without the sales pitch. We are on chapter 40 and 41 tonight, which means we only have 4 chapters left after we finish tonight and only 2 days of boot camp. And it makes my heart so sad because I'm going to miss you guys so terribly much. I'm training out of this book, Unstuck, How to Talk to Humans and Get Them to Respond to You. You can get one of them up on Amazon. The nice thing about this boot camp is you're never behind. Whenever you jump in and whatever you get out of it, you're going to grow. So if you jump in and you only do the training on Essential Rewards, you're going to have rock star status ER. Okay. If you get in and you do all 20 videos, you're going to grow in a whole bunch of different ways. And if you share with your team, then your whole team is going to grow in a whole bunch of ways. Pat Lesniak says, handed out 1 purple bag, 1 new member. Pat, you're a beast. Oh, I was going to tell you guys. So I am doing that Fearless class with my team this coming week here, and I decided that that ain't even fair, and I need to do a Fearless class with you guys. So let me just tell you what's up and coming. This is the Fearless Day 1 class. I'm going to train you exactly how to train brand new people just becoming part of Young Living. So obviously if you're watching this video, it's going to be dated, but let me just tell you, we're in the month of January right now, and we're finishing boot camp just a couple of days before Roundtable. So Roundtable next week, I'm going to give you a little bit of a breather, and I'm just going to train you how to coach your leaders, how to coach your team. And then on the 11th of February, if you're watching this live, the 11th of February, I'm going to do a full 101 class. and train you guys exactly how to use the new PowerPoints, how to use the 30-day challenge calendars, how to use all the things that are free. Textable classes should be up in the next 24 to 48 hours for you guys, so you can start sending those out. Then the last week of February, this week right in here, I'm going to do a full 5-day Fearless class with you guys too. So every single night I will get on and do another day of training on Fearless and how to really rock this book with your team. And all I can say, guys, is I've been using this. I've been using the Diamond Decks. And with the system that we have in place of my personally enrolled is 83% essential rewards. So not team-wide. My team-wide is in the mid-40s, which is still pretty high for a diamond. But my personally enrolled is over 80%. So I know that these work really, really well when you're aromatherapy training people. So I'm going to train you guys how to do this as well. So what's coming up in the next month after boot camp? We got kind of a light training for the first roundtable. I'm going to let you guys just kind of think about all the things we've trained on in boot camp. And then the week after that, I'm going to do a full 101 with the brand new PowerPoint in front of you, and teach you how I teach at 101 using the PowerPoint, which will be up. And then the very last week, we're going to do a 5-day Fearless class where we just knock it out of the ballpark and train you how to train your brand new oilers, okay? Fearless is a game changer for helping people understand the why of oiling. It really hits them in a very deep place where we just undo all the lies that they've been believing about how safe the lifestyle is to go shop at the grocery store. It's not safe. It's absolutely not safe. I had one woman come up to me. She goes, I really, really like Fearless, but it's just got so many words. I said, it's got so many words? The book literally is 50 pages. It's this, and it's only this big. Like you can read it in a lunch break. What do you mean it has so many words? She goes, well, I just really want pictures and just a couple sentences on each page. And I said, that's great, but how much is a couple sentences going to convict your new oiler? How much is a couple sentences going to train your new oiler how to get their diffuser on every day for 30 days? How much is a couple sentences going to get them to turn away from the stuff that they're buying that's FDA approved, that's safe out there, that they think is safe, that actually really, truly is not safe? Like, how does that stir their spirit with just pictures in a sentence? It doesn't stir their spirit. If you want to stir their spirit, you have to speak to their heart. So I'm just a firm believer in really getting the message across. They're $1. They're super affordable, so they're not going to break your business budget using them. I designed them purposely in black and white so that we could keep the cost really low for you guys, because I'm thinking about network marketing, business tools, and what I would be able to afford as I'm running my business. And I can afford $1. So and the calendars are free. You just print them off online. It goes perfectly inside that Fearless book, and then you have a system for being able to train people in aromatherapy. So all of that training is going to happen next month in the month of February. I am going to put the 5-day Fearless boot camp up on my website also, so you guys can train your leaders on that and run little Fearless boot camps with your team. So that will be the month of February. It's all things 101, and Fearless is the cornerstone of our oils class. Like, it is the cornerstone. So that's everything 101. In March, I'm going to train you on all things 102. And we're going to do all Thieves, which means a Thieves 30-day calendar, textable classes, Thieves PowerPoint, all sorts of stuff, teaching you how to do a Thieves class. April is all Ningxia. And the stuff on Ningxia is going to just blow your doors off. I'm really excited about that. May, we're going to be doing all things Savvy. And then in June, we're doing all things CBD, and I've got a brand new CBD script coming out that is free. And in addition to a whole bunch of CBD tools for you guys to be able to share. I'm right now, I think I'm reading my 42nd book on CBD right now, just to get my head around all things CBD. I've been working on the CBD lecture for over a year now, and I'm really excited to be able to offer that as a resource for you guys. Again, free. It's not going to cost you anything. So, all right, chapter 40, ER. Without the sales pitch. If you're following along, this is page 293 in your book. When does all that go up? I'm in the process of getting approvals for some of the things that are in the PowerPoints. So we should have the 101 PowerPoint up within the next 24 to 48 hours by the end of boot camp. The 101 PowerPoint will be up. Each of the other ones should be up within a week or two after that. Not CBD. CBD I'm going to need a little bit longer. Not a lot longer, but a little bit longer for that one. So, but it's all coming. Textable classes should be up by the end of boot camp, so you guys will have all those resources. I was going to show you too. If you go over to my website, oilabilityteam.com, and you click on the boot camp button, You guys asked me yesterday if I would put on the day 17 was the last boot camp video that we did. You asked me if I would put that whole text that Jessica Yassine says to her people to get friends of friend classes. So this is the video. If you've never clicked on any of these, this is what you'd be sharing with your team and what they would see. So this is the day 17 video. It tells what the oil of the night is, what your homework is, the quote of the night would systematically befriend your team, takeaways from boot camp. If I talked about tools or resources, those will all be hyperlinked for you. And then it goes through some takeaways. And then right here, I promised you Jessica Yassine's text message to her team to book classes with friends of friends. So here it is. You just copy and paste it. You literally just grab it and paste it right into your text and you can send it to them. But that's all typed out for you so that you don't have to worry about retyping it. And yeah, so there's day 17 all popped up for you on the Oilability with Sarah Facebook page. So Essential Rewards 101, ER without the sales pitch. Stacy says a recent CBD vendor said most are oil-based. I didn't have an answer ready. I don't know what the original question was. Roundtable's open to everybody. Yeah, same bat time, same bat channel. Pete, you know me. It's funny. Awesome. I'm so grateful. Do you rotate the core 5 every month to get new members plugged in? I do on my personal business page. Yes, I'll rotate out the classes, and I teach them to my team before I bring them out here to you guys. So we've beta tested everything. I used that text today, but so far crickets. Well, then start building relationships, Mindy. Go back to the base of relationship. That is how you will build your team. All right. Find out what they need. Listen to their needs. Find out where they're at. Ask those leading questions. I gave you hundreds of questions to ask them. I mean, I researched leading questions for probably 6 months to put that chapter together. So, just grab one of those questions and start opening the dialogue. So, Roundtable, which will be starting next week after we finish boot camp, is every single Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern, and it's on my Facebook page, Oilability with Sarah. The Facebook page, and so you can just pop on, and I'm usually on about 20 minutes a night, and I will just hit a topic with you. The topic for this coming Tuesday is going to be how to coach your leaders. It's one of the appendixes in Unstuck, and I wanted to give you kind of a breather from boot camp and just kind of unplug for a little bit and do something very different. And then the week after that, I will do a full 101 class with you guys with the new PowerPoint. So, but this next week will be all leader coaching and training. So you might be wondering why I included how to share your story and how to train on ER and how to close your classes together in a little tight cluster of chapters in this section of the book. Why don't I have it all the way at the beginning of the book? Well, it's this trio of knowledge-packed goodness that is mission critical for you to know before you go and teach classes. So if you've done this business for a while and you haven't had results, it's likely one of these things, not the type of class that you choose to teach. So study the various classes, settle on how you want to grow, or return to what you were doing initially that got you the kit sales in the first place, and then remind yourself how to do these 3 things effectively. All right. And so what are those 3 things? Essential rewards, closing your classes, and sharing your story. Those are absolutely critical skills to know how to build a young living business. If you can do those things effectively, you're going to explode your business prolifically if you walk through this list of knowledge. So these are necessary skills to be able to grow. In this chapter, I'm going to give you some language that takes that creepy sales feel out of this so you're more confident and you start asking the right questions. People ask me all the time why the Diamond Deck cards work so well. Why are we having such good success with these things? It's because they ask the right questions, right? It's not just filler stuff. Oh, what's your, what color personality type are you to prospects? And, you don't need to know for a prospect what their color personality is, or what their birthday date is, or what their favorite color is, or what gifts they like to get in the mail. Oh my word, you don't need to know all that.